Welcome to the Cloverdale Skating Club's competitive information video. This video is about 13 minutes long and will explain all of the details of the Skate Canada competitive program. Let's dive in. What is competitive skate? Competitive skate is a different line of skating than the star skate stream. It is for skaters who wish to challenge their figure skating skills and who show potential as competitive skaters, and they participate in the Competitive Skate Program. Competitive skate is a program for skaters in singles, pairs, and ice dance wishing to compete in qualifying events within Skate Canada. There are several levels within the competitive skate program. Typically, skaters would start at the pre-juvenile level in the U11 or U13 category, meaning they're under the age of 11 or under the age of 13. This is a star 6 equivalent, and all double jumps are permitted except for a double axel. The next level would be juvenile, U12 or U14. A double axel is permitted in this category. If the skater is above this age, they would start in the pre-novice category and continue all the way up to senior. This slide outlines the qualifying event structure of the competitive skate program. There are several opportunities throughout the season for skaters to participate in competitive events. The Skate Canada competitive skate program offers nationally standardized competitions to competitive skaters. These events are stepping stones to things such as the national team, the Worlds, and the Olympic team. Skaters competing in the qualifying event structure can do so at the juvenile, pre-novice, junior, and senior levels. Here is the Skate Canada competitive program roadmap. Here you will see qualifying competitions and championships for each level after the pre-juvenile level, and how that works to go to sectionals, Skate Canada challenge competitions, and Canadian championships. So I'm going to show you how to find all of the technical information that you need to find for the competitive program that Skate Canada offers. You can also find all the star skate information on this website as well. So I'm just going to go up here to the search bar and type in skatinginbc.com and click enter. Will take me to this website here. As you can see, there's lots of different options to search across the top here. So this is all the information that you'll need for your skater if you're skating in the BC region, so British Columbia and Yukon region. So I'm just going to come right over here to the technical page on the right hand side and just hover my cursor over top of that. And then I'm going to go down to competitive singles and pairs. Clicking on that will take me to this page here. I'm going to click on the very first document here, the 2018-2019 Skate Canada Singles Competitive Technical Requirements Guide, and it'll tell you when the last updated version was uploaded. There are a lot of updates posted on here, so this is the best place to come look for documents. So if I click on that, it's going to take me to the completed document, and here's where I can find all the information on every competitive level that I would need to know of. Right here is the pre-juvenile women and men, U11 and U13. You can see that right here. So pre-juvenile is available to skaters who are under the age of 11 and under the age of 13. If you are older than that, your skaters older than that, they would need to go into the juvenile women or juvenile men category, so under the age of 12 and under the age of 14. After that, skaters would proceed into the pre-novice women and men category. So in this document, you will be able to see everything that is required of the skater in each level. Once we've made our way down to the pre-juvenile women and men category, this is page 10, you will find all the information here that you need to about jumps, spins, and spiral sequences that are in the pre-juvenile women and men category. This sheet is a little bit complicated and it gives a lot of information on here, but just briefly, up here we can see that this box includes jumps. There are no bonuses or halfway bonuses for these skaters. What the penalties are for including different jumps that you're not supposed to, adding jumps that aren't in your planned program, and etc. Scrolling down here, we can see what spins are in the pre-juvenile program, a combination spin here, and a flying camel or flying sit spin here. All of the minimum requirements and penalties here will be listed, as well as the spiral sequence and the minimum requirements for that. So in pre-juvenile, there are two age categories, pre-juvenile under 11 or pre-juvenile under 13. The elements in the pre-juvenile program are scored using a numerical value rather than bronze, silver, and gold that you have previously seen. Each element has a base value, and skaters who perform elements above the base value receive additional points, and skaters who perform the element below base value receive a score lower than the base value. Program components are scored using set factors, and factors do not change. Rather, they are used alongside the judges' scores to calculate overall marks for the skaters' program components. Here's an example of a pre-juvenile program. There are a total of 5 jumps, and 2 must be in combination, 2 spins, and a spiral sequence. This slide has some abbreviations and terms that will be explained in the next slide, so just take a few moments here to read through the abbreviations and terms to make yourself familiar with them. Starting at the top here, we have pre-juvenile women U11. This is the category of the group, and U11 means that all the skaters in this group will be under the age of 11. Starting on the left here, we can see that the skater ranked first place in the entire group for the pre-juvenile women. You'll see her first and last name here, her club listed here, her element score, program component score, any bonuses or deductions, and her total score of 27.37 over here on the right. Starting out in this first category, numbers 1 through 8. This is the element score, and these are all the elements that the skater executed. Elements may be different from skater to skater and will not be performed in the exact same order as every other skater in the group. So starting here, the first element that was executed was 1 axle. Moving over here, underneath the value, base value. The base value for a single axle is 1.10. So instead of achieving a bronze, silver, or gold on their axle, a skater is awarded a GOE, a grade of execution. So the base value, if the skater performs it at a basic level, is 1.10. This skater received an additional point of 0.22. This means that she performed it above the base value of 1.10. This grade of execution is calculated by looking at all of these 6 judges here, J1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and what they gave the skater overall. Based on what they gave the skater overall, the grade of execution is calculated here. So if we come all the way over to the right-hand side, the skater received a total point of 1.32 for a single axle, so 0.22 points above the base value. Moving down to number 2, the skater performed a double Lutz double toe combination, which is worth 2.5 points at the base value. Here you can see a double downgrade mark right following this capital T. And if we ever see any of these types of asterisks at the end of our elements, we can always come down here into this legend, and it just describes what everything means. So right here, we see the double downgrade. It means it was a downgraded jump. So based on the downgrade, the jump is under-rotated, which you will see in the next video slides. The judges gave her a -4, -3, -2, -3, -3, and -2, which overall gave her a negative 0.58 GOE. So that is taken off of the 2.5 base value score. Over here on the right, you can see that she received a 1.92 for that jump. Moving down our list, we have a spiral sequence, which you can review, a double loop combination, which you can see here, base value 3.40, and she did not receive any GOE for this, negative or positive, so she just receives the 3.40 for performing it at the basic value. This one here is a flying camel spin, followed by a double Lutz, a double flip, and a combination spin. We can see here on the double Lutz that she also got a downgrade, -5, -5 across the board. -5 means that the skater fell on the jump. If a skater falls on a jump, they automatically receive a -5. Putting in the factor of the fall, she received a -1.05. Moving down here to the program component score, we see skating skills, transitions, performance, composition, and interpretation of music. So using the factor of each of these components, the judges are able to calculate what their overall component score would be over here on the right. So the factor of skating skills, 1.0, and then just seeing what each judge gave her across the board into the 2s and 3s, and her receiving a 3 score overall. Transitions includes the skating in between the jumps and the spins. So 3s across the board, a 2.75, so overall 2.25. Performance has a factor of 1, composition has a factor of 0.5, and interpretation of music has a factor of 0.75. So after everything's all said and done, she received 12.31 for her program component skills and 15.06 for her element score. Noting that these scores are pretty similar and pretty close in point and numerical value, and noting that the program component score is just as important as the element executed score. Here at the top again we can see this total score of 27.37 points, which is the technical score, the technical element score, and the program component score added together. And this won her the category. Here we can see the skater quickly approaching, doing nice fast crossovers into a single axel with nice height and a nice execution as she lands the jump. Here she's approaching a double-double combination, double Lutz, double toe. Nice height on both jumps. She's now approaching another combination, double loop, double loop. Nice height, nice speed, and she receives the base value for that jump. Here is a sample juvenile program. It also has a total of 5 jumps, and 2 must be in combination. However, the skater can perform a double axel for bonus points, and a step sequence replaced the spiral sequence. Here you see the skater quickly moving into her first combination, double Lutz, double toe, both clean landings. She's now quickly making her way into her second double Lutz. Nice speed, proper takeoff, clean landing. She will now move into her footwork routine. So the sequence will include edge work, turns, proper body position, arm position, and presentation. She maintains speed and poise throughout the whole sequence. She'll now be moving into her combination spin. Here are the competitive skating requirements for the Cloverdale Skating Club. Coaches will approach skaters and parents if they believe they have the potential to skate in the competitive stream. The competitive stream is something that a skater works towards and may take up to a year to prepare for. Additional practice sessions may be required depending on each skater's circumstances. Once a skater decides to try the competitive stream, they are not locked into the stream forever. They may return to the star stream if they choose to do so at any point. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to email your development coordinator and your club director. Happy skating!